ginger ale right here too. I'm gonna try to look at this camera, the proper camera, as much as possible, but it ain't gonna be that easy. All right, so I'm only doing this because my mom sent me this. She sent me a lot of articles. A lot of articles, a lot of stuff that can help. That I should be paying attention, but I need to start paying attention to this stuff, or at least talking about it. Because when I do talk to people about it, which is a crazy thing, instead of me talking about it on the YouTube, you know what I mean? I literally, I'll talk about it to people. I'm gonna talk about. I gotta do all this. But anyway, right now in Jersey, you can read this. Phil Murphy says, unshackled. Oh my God. Unshackled uh, minorities are killing each other in cities because it's hot. Or, well, it says, unshackled inner city minorities shooting and killing each other because it's hot outside. Uh, in this article, let me go into it and read a little bit. I was already looking at it a little bit. I got to this earlier, so I'll read some. New Jersey has an out of control inner city crime and gun problem, and it has nothing to do with gun control and so called assault rifles. Its cities across the state, including Patterson, Newark, Camden, Trenton, and Atlantic City, inner city violence in minority neighborhoods is on the rise. Now, Atlantic City's City Council wants the New Jersey State Police to step in and usurp the local authorities of the Atlantic City Police Department as shootings and murder in the city have become a daily event. But a lot of times they talk about, I'm from Camden. I don't live there now, but I'm from Camden, and I'll still be out there a lot. Um, Realistically, I don't see what Metro has changed. I seen Metro, the new police system, that the new police group that they have in there. I've seen them do not. I'm not gonna say I've seen them do a lot of damage or anything like that, but I see them being real super passive. Where it's like, uh, they sit next to, they literally be parked on blocks that, you know what I'm saying, where, mad people working, or you know what I'm saying, things happen. And you don't really see them do much. It's like they waiting around. They do got a lot of cameras in the city now, so it kind of makes it a little bit easier, I guess, on watching things. But still, all in all, majority of the cops that I be seeing in Camden, they don't be that active. You know what I mean? They in a mix. They be around, but it's it's not like out of crazy. It's not like crazy. They are around because they're just around. Um, my bad. I'm looking at the Wu Tang ashtray being it's like halfway done. It's like at 58%. I got like, they say like 14 hours, but you know. I thought that the middle of the Wu Tang joint, the head part, I thought it was gonna be so much smaller, but it was good. So, save, share. How can I share this? Oh, okay. So I can share this through copying the link, through sending the joint, but I also can do it from. Well, I need to get out of here soon, so I'm not gonna do too much of sharing of this or worried about that. But let's get back to it. All right. So we read that, blah blah blah, what they said. So here's something. Where is it? Now Atlantic City Council wants to blah blah blah. The department shooting to Delhi. Governor Phil Murphy on Monday tiptoed around the topic when asked about it and said it's because African Americans in these cities. First off, I mean, I'm not an African American. I would never even like. It's hard to fill out an app if I was to fill out an application ever again in my life. It's hard to fill out an app. It was hard back then to fill out an application and go, yeah, I'm an African American, because I'm not an African American. I'm not from Africa, and I didn't come to fucking America. That simple. So I'm not an African American. There's no way that I am one. If you choose to call yourself that, that's just perfectly fine. You keep looking at this dot. I gotta remember to look at the dot. The dot is everything. If you choose to call yourself an African American, that's on you. I don't use the word black to describe myself. I'm an Asiatic. Simple and plain. I don't have to go by anything that you go by. I do not. And that's like a problem. That's a whole nother topic to talk about. But anyway, let's get back to this. See, I gotta get this down pat. You see how this can make me a scatterbrain with no problems. I'll go left field. All right. Says everybody wants to get out of there and unshackle themselves from the pandemic, Murphy said. So basically, everybody wants to get outside and they want to be able to get back to their life and do things, right? No, Murphy. No. Let me be real with you, Murphy. And I'm going to call you Murphy because you bugged out, bro. Why would you even say something like that? You bugged out for saying something like that. Like, you should apologize. You literally should apologize. And the reason why you should apologize, you should learn how to describe situations correctly. You should learn how to describe humans, not a specific group of people, unless that specific group of people is doing something that sets them apart. We're in these cities. Okay. I gotta give you that. You know, certain situations, yes, they do set themselves apart, and it can be very violent. That's very true. All right, I'll give you that. But what I won't give you, or I can't give you, is you gonna call people unshackled. I'm not per se connected or locked into being overly thinking about slavery and stuff, but a lot of people are. And when you make a statement like that, bro, you set yourself up for failure. For failure. As if anybody responds to it besides me. And you saying unshackled, like they unshackled themselves. Why couldn't you just say that people wanted to go outside? And it just seems to happen that violence has spiked because more people are outside. Traffic is even lasting longer on these streets. Why is traffic lasting longer on these streets? The reason why traffic is lasting longer on these streets is because it's a lot more people outside. It's just that simple. Hold up. I gotta text somebody while I'm talking. But it's realistically just that. It's just a lot more people outside. You know what I mean? And with it being a lot more people outside, it causes an influx of bumping heads, disagreements. The heat can be a part, maybe, because it makes people irritated. But at the end of the day, it's like, reality, this is normal. People get shot on a regular basis in Camden. People get shot on a regular basis in Patterson, Newark, all these places, right? Because they're hoods. And a lot goes down in there. That's understandable. It's not something that should continue. People should be able to fix those situations. But the way you chose to describe it, that didn't sit well. And I mean, for me, in all honesty, I don't care. But for a common sense basis, it doesn't make any sense for you to make a statement like that to go, they unshackled themselves. Or unshackled minorities. I don't want to put you in the wrong context. That's one thing I don't want to do. I'd rather be fair. And, you know what I mean? If, word for word of what you said, what the article said, that's the only thing I could really go by. But realistically, it just doesn't seem right to be able to say something like that, and it can be okay. Did anybody have any problems with this? Did anybody have any issues with this? Is this anywhere out there where people can really hear it, or is this just that situation? Yes, people want to go outside. Yes, people want to get back to their life. Yes, people want to get back to what they was doing. Yes, people want to go do new stuff. Yes, people want to go to the shore. Yes, people want to go on trips. Yes, people just want to be out of the house. Yes. It's just the context of where it is. It just sounds crazy. Unshackled. I mean, for me, and this the way the world is now, the way the world being so sensitive and shit. I could, and like I said, in ways I could care less. You know what I mean? In certain mindsets or perspectives, but in today's mindset, I think somebody would say something. Excuse me. And that's the crazy thing. Like on this article, I'm gonna check. Listen, you know who is the biggest supporter of encouraging me to start a podcast? Couple homies and my mom. My mom told me that she was like, you should start a podcast. Because she wants to start a podcast. And then the thing is like, she's wanting to say that there's a lot of things that are being talked about that don't get talked about. Like, a lot of people around here start podcasts just to talk about other people. We ain't talking about the issues and the things that really need to go on. Like, it's a podcast Zaheen. They got what, 50 Shades of Zay or something like that. I think it is. This is not like a promotion, but at the same time, he's using his platform to talk about like the interaction of like black men and black women and like the ups and downs as far as like the situations where it's like the communication between men and women. And those are topics that I, I've spoke about, and I have opinions about and things like that too. I'll speak about any topic. I really don't care. It doesn't matter what the topic is. It's just like this topic right here. So, again, she's the one who sends me a lot of stuff a lot of times. So we're gonna go. Wait, let me go back to the joint so I go back to the article because the article keeps jumping off my phone. Again, I don't want to drink this on camera because they don't sponsor me, so it's not. But anyway, let's get back to this. Unshackled themselves. Everybody wants to get out there. Blah blah blah. And this is not new. This is not unique to New Jersey. There's a lot. I hate reading on camera a lot of times, yo. Cause I be messing up a lot. What did it say? This is not unique to see. This is not unique to New Jersey. There's a lot of behavior there's a lot of behavior right now. And I suspect partly to coming out of the pandemic, 95-degree high humidity weather does not help. There's a lot of chaotic activity in the state right now and in the country. Blah blah blah. Deadly pandemic is over. Restrictions have been lifted. Summertime is here. In Murphy's eyes, he just wants to get out. Wait. So in Murphy's eyes, everyone wants to get out and shoot each other. Don't worry, it's just a phase. Okay. Murphy said to combat the rising gun violence, he's going to simply ask people to stop shooting and killing each other. In Monmouth County, we saw some of that over the weekend. This is not just a matter specific to Atlantic City. We've seen upticks in gun violence in the state, in the country. We've just got to plead with people. We get it, Murphy said. Who could blame you? Please, God, do it responsibly. What? I'm stretched here in Atlantic City dealing with violence, said Atlantic City Mayor Small. We're going to need help. It takes a village, and that village starts with politics. What? Last week, the city rolled out a 10 curfew, aided by sirens indicating a 10 p.m. curfew starting in July. All levels of government do not raise your children, Small said. Police your own and collective. Police your own and collectively. There's less police in our community. Government was created to assist with programming activities and opportunities. We're being proactive. In the end, Small admitted, neither he nor his police department can stop all crime. Alright, so that's the end of the article, right? So really this comes from Monmouth County, Atlantic City, and I mean it does come from Canada. Don't get it messed up. It's a lot of dumb stuff that happens there too. But him making a statement of where it's like it's just unchained people, it's wrong. But again, a person like me, I got thick skin, so it wouldn't bother me much. I would just laugh at him, or I would correct him, and I would literally be like, hey, or you would correct him like, bro, that's probably not the best way to go with describing the situation. Maybe you should just say people or something like that, because it doesn't look good when you go unchained minorities, when you label somebody like that, because it can go so many different ways. The perspective of it, you may not care, but a lot of people will care, and they will look at that some type of way. Also, in this whole situation of what's going on in New Jersey as far as the violence never stopped. Like, as much as they say like Camden is a model city or whatever, what is it a model city for? They put cameras in there, they put a police department in there, cool. I was raised in that city. I was there when that defund the police actually happened, when the police were actually gone. I was there. Mad people died. Mad crimes was happening. A lot of stuff was popping off. Like, simply. So when people scream about they want to defund the police, You can't go, oh, let's look at Camden as a model city, because they never tell you about when the police wasn't there. You know what they tell you about? When the police came back, when they brought the police in. That's it. They're going to tell you about that. They're not going to highlight the whole fact of when the police was defund, that Camden was crazy. You know what I mean? If you knew it, if you lived there, if you know what I'm saying, you grew up there, then it was nothing. It was normal. You know what I mean? Just a little bit more tension throughout the day, but besides that, it wasn't nothing. But for a person just to slide through Camden and to think that that was going to be a sweet situation, it was almost like the 90s, where if you slid through Camden the wrong way, somebody might bust you in your head because they know they can get away with it. There's not a lot of cops around. At one point in time, it was almost like one cop per section or whatever like that. Or, well, I don't want to say section because I don't know how, I didn't, I got to look at the map again to see how big the sections are, but literally, like, Centerville didn't have many cops. Parkside didn't have many cops. Whitman Park, which used to be called Pollock, didn't have many cops. I mean, it's still called Pollock. But at the end of the day, that was a racial term towards Polish people, so trying to move forward, right? But, see, here's the thing. If we try to move forward with that, where we move forward, we're not going to use them terms to describe certain situations, then maybe we need to move forward with all terms to not describe certain situations. But that's another topic again. Anyway, so back to Phil Murphy. When he makes this statement, like I just showed you in the article, I don't know how many other statements he made or whatever like that, but after making that statement, that now I know for a fact that it's like, bruh, come on. Like, I'm not saying that he's to the, I'm not going to put that word out there to say that he's that, but that was just the wrong kind of statement to make, or the wrong title to use to describe some people. I got Camden, you know what I'm saying, I'm from Camden. So I can actually take that as an offense that the governor of my state, or is he the mayor? Mayor, governor? Governor, I'm sure. Um, he really doesn't take it seriously. You know what I mean? And I don't think, like, I mean, in Camden alone, it's gonna be violence. It's a compact place. There's a lot of people, and most of the people who are in political positions in Camden, they hold the city back. I'm not talking about like the mayor of like Jersey or the governor of Jersey, stuff like that. When it comes to Camden, I know for a fact that like council people, school, whoever the school board people, like, you know what I mean, they pretty much, they hold people back. They hold people back. Like, they hold people back. And I'm not like, I'm only speaking off of like personal experiences. Like, so I can't go really like heavily into detail about a whole bunch of stuff, but dealing with just some of them people directly, like as on a business aspect, some of the people in Camden's government system, they, for one, all of them are regular people. For two, all of them pretty much are like legal schemers. Like, the people you went to school with who like would do stuff and get away with it, and then like have like the teacher on his side or something like that. Those are the people who mostly in politics. Point blank period. Because that's what it is. They latch on to somebody and they do that person's doing, and when it comes down for them to be in a situation that they, you know what I mean, don't need to be in or whatever like that, or it's like a fucked up, messed up position, they run to that person and they help them out. And it's like they also have the opportunity to take advantage of things like grants and stuff like that come to the city. But yeah, for this to be said, for me to be honest, I mean, it's just weird. Like I said, I got tough skin, so I really don't care as much as most people would do, or if they feel any type of way. Because he said really nobody said anything. So maybe I'm taking the initiative, and maybe I'll be the first person to say something. And this is like a scatterbrain response because I literally just seen this article today. Yeah, but realistically, though, if your governor or mayor has the audacity to call you unshackled minorities or African Americans, I'm not a minority, and I'm not an African American. So those are two things I was never allowed to identify with as growing up, and I've never been in shackles. So I'm not unshackled. I've always been unshackled. I've always been free. So him making that statement wasn't the best statement or whatever like that. I don't think it's the end of the world. Um, I don't really. I mean, I'm not saying it's racial. I don't really believe it's racial. I just more or less believe like, you shouldn't have probably said that. That's not something that you would say. Just just my opinion. Just my opinion. That's not something that you would say. And I think as far as like the situation in Jersey, as far as like the violence and things like that, I think we should be more honest about it, because for a long time they've been presenting Camden as some model city when it's not. Y'all starting to fix roads and things like that. That looks good, but all in all, y'all holding a lot of grant money away from people that could be building businesses inside of the city. Y'all holding a lot of money away from people who could be actually bringing revenue from residents into the city to bring revenue into the city, which could have people from other counties coming to Camden to patronize and things like that when they come through the city. A lot of people come through the city from Philly to go into Jersey. A lot of people from South Jersey come through Camden to go to other places, whether it's Philly or go to North Jersey and stuff. It could be a lot more money being distributed through local businesses, responsible people, to run these businesses, or that take it seriously, and they don't just think they're getting a bunch of money. But y'all could be really sending them grants out to the right people, and y'all don't. Y'all don't. Most of y'all pocket that stuff. So it jumps right back in. I'm telling you, like, I just had a whole conniption in the middle of the video, because it was like, homeboy called me, and I didn't expect that to call me FaceTime video. I gotta tell him, like, or I gotta take it off my, if I'm gonna use my iPad to do these lives and stuff, just to, you know what I mean? I'm definitely gonna have to take this call thing off of here, yo, because I can't have this joint ringing, because that's just gonna make me mad at people, yo. It's really, really, really gonna make me mad at people. And it's gonna piss me off, because I'm gonna be tight, because I'm gonna be in the middle of doing something. Like, I really just thought I lost this whole video just because he called me on FaceTime. And I'm like, yo, this joint just froze. I was heated, like, heated. I'm like wondering if y'all can hear me heated. Like, bro, you be calling me, like, you don't give me no fair warning, nothing, bro. You just call me FaceTime video all the time. You give me no warning. Then you call me right back, and it be like, bro, I can't even answer. Because I might not be in a situation where I can be in a fucking video. I might not be in a situation where I can have this conversation that you need to have at a given moment. That's another video, too, that I need to talk about. When people put themselves in bad positions, and now they keep doing it, and they don't realize it. You trying to help them, but they don't realize they keep putting themselves in bad positions. You gotta stop doing that, yo. Shit, it had you all messed up in the game. But anyway, hopefully this video is straight. If not, then I'll be erasing it and I'll try again. But regardless of anything, Phil Murphy, I think brown skinned folks should be upset with you in a way. I think they should. I mean, I'm not upset with you because I got tough skin, and I don't really care. Like, it doesn't really nudge me the wrong way. It just more or less like, it's like a sign. It's just like a sign. It shows me something. Some real shit. I think a lot more brown skinned folks should start looking at stuff like that. Don't even really get angry. Just take it as a sign. Take it as something that you know, it's just a sign. You know what I mean? And you can compile the patterns. But y'all be honest, most age addicts is just happy being distracted or happy with the extra money that they get. But they're gonna be dropping that unemployment soon. And when Trump was in office, yo, he was working on knocking welfare right out the box. And I don't know how Biden moving, but it don't seem like he veering too far away from that part. You know what I mean? Especially with some of the statements that he made. I mean, to be honest with you, I didn't vote, so most people would say that I can't have an opinion because I don't vote. But I mean, I know I wouldn't have voted for Biden. I know that for a fact. I wouldn't have voted for him. And the number one reason I wouldn't have voted for him is because, to me, he did seem like a person pandering. And he made certain statements like, you ain't black if you don't vote for me. You ain't this, or da-da-da-da. And then once he got into office, he basically said that brown-skinned people use computers. I got to call it. This time he called on the phone. So I gotta call him. I'm gonna call him back, but I want to finish this video. I hate being like, you know what I mean, in video, because it'd be a lot. And it's like I got a lot going on myself, and we gotta really be like, you know what I'm saying? We just gotta be respectful to each other. But anyway, besides all that, listen, I'm gonna end this now so I can get up out of this joint and see if I was spazzing on this joint. Live your talent. Try your best to be good to people. And if they're not good to you, get away from them. Believe in yourself. And as Trey would say, get out your feelings and get in your bagging tin. Feel me? Get out your feelings and get into your bagging tin. Live your talent. The first one, like I said, first one from Trey. That ain't mine, it's Trey. It's the homeboy. He another creative. It'd be dope if I seen him start a YouTube page too. But yeah, let's keep these lives going. Do my best. Tomorrow we got another push-up live coming. Hopefully I have a topic I can talk about and I can talk about it more fluently. That's another thing these lives will do, is they're gonna help me get organized with my topics. So I'll see y'all tomorrow.